to the 21st edition of
the Overview program here on Glass FM, your number one online radio station.
Yes, so, we are here once again to talk about a very, very important topic, which is actually good for the youth and also for the adults too, because sometimes they think probably the youth are the only ones doing those things like that.
Yeah, but actually you find out that almost everybody, every age range can also be involved in this drug abuse. It's not just for the youth, because you find out that some old people still have their abuse some other substances, in which we are going to be telling you more about it today, just as the topic is drug abuse.
Yes, and I am Justina Peter, and I'm also here with.
And I am Sunday Namini Rejoice, and we'll be talking about drug abuse.
Yeah, we are going to mention the definition of drug abuse, and also we're going to give the effects. We're going to give the prescription and the substance of the misuse of drug abuse. So we're going to go on a short break, right?
Don't go nowhere.
With over 30 countries listening to us all over the world, we still continue to raise the bar when it comes to entertainment.
With riffs and runs, especially when it's worship. Do you understand? You can't just start
with a crown, with dignity.
Ibombe! 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 Ibombe!
Sports.
Throw it out this time. The defence is looking very vulnerable here. They just can't cope. It's a searching ball.
Current affairs.
How has the project affected the price change for transportation so far?
It changed many things, many things. People are trekking, suffering, going up and down.
And lots more.
Glass FM, your number one radio station.
Miracle worker, miracle worker, come and do a miracle today. Come and do a miracle today. Miracle worker, miracle worker, come and do a miracle today. Come and do a miracle today. Destiny changer, you are a destiny changer. Come and change a destiny today. Come and change a destiny today. Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. You're the miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. You're the miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh.
Powerful healer, you are the powerful healer. Come and heal, so powerful today. You will heal, so powerful today. Powerful healer, you are the powerful healer. Hey, come and heal, so powerful today. Let us see your power flow tonight.
Your name is Yahweh. Your name is Yahweh. Miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh.
Your name
is Yahweh.
We call you
Your
Yahweh.
name is Yahweh. You're a miracle working God. Your name is Yahweh.
Your name
back from that throwback musical break. And before we went on that break, we said we'll be talking about drug abuse. So first of all, what is drug abuse? Drug abuse can be seen as the habitual taking of illegal drugs, mostly without the doctor's prescription. That's actually what drug abuse is. In cases whereby you just tend to just take drugs, whether you are not ill or without the doctor actually telling you, take this drug, take that drug, to be able to cure you from such diseases.
Yes, and first we need to discuss about abuse, so we're able to know where we're coming from right now. And we'll be discussing the abuse, which is actually the using of substance in a way that is not intended or recommended. You know, once they don't recommend particular drugs for you, and then you keep on taking that same drugs, and then you take it more than the ones that they ask you to take, you're actually abusing that drugs. And to be clear, someone can use substance and not to be addicted or even have a substance use disorder. It's also a definition, or in other words, if someone drinks enough to get frequent hangover, uses enough drugs that they might miss school or work or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, once you take drugs like that, you might actually not engage yourself in the things you've been doing.
Yeah, some of the drugs tend to, let's say, make you to have hangovers, and tends to make you to start having that kind of low self-esteem, because there are some of the things that you are doing before. Let's say you engage in sports, you find out that you start withdrawing. For that drug tends to, let's say, just tend to change some of the things
to make
about
you a man
you
on your own.
Yeah, some
like
of the things that you actually do start going wrong.
Yeah. Also, these drugs got to be illegal in the first place, because you know they are potentially addictive or can cause severe negative health effects. You know. We also have, it seems we're having effects of drug abuse.
Yeah, there are some of the types of drugs that can actually are usually abused. Some are cocaine, marijuana, tramadol, etc. And some of the effects of drug abuse is isolation. You find out that when you are addicted, you actually have to start to get yourself isolated from people. That sense of withdrawal, you're not able to mingle around people that you actually mingle with. You always tend to separate yourself. You want to just be alone on your own. And also it also tends to make you to have damaged relationship, because when you start to isolate yourself from people that you always tend to be together with, it tends to, let's say, bring a harm in your relationship, because you'll not be able to interact with people the way you usually used to have before. And also another one is financial stress, because you find out that when you are in that state of drug abuse, no matter how little, whether you don't have that money, you find out that all these drug abusers tend to just look for a means in which they are going to buy that drug. It tends to make them to have financial stress, because they are always sourcing for means in which they are just going to buy that drug and take it. And also lost dreams.
Yes.
Lost dreams, because in that case whereby you start to abuse drugs, you find out that you are no longer focused. You are no longer focused. You tend to forget about your dreams, your ambition. You are not focused. You just tend to just bring everything down on the drugs, just focusing on taking the drugs, and just doing things that are not actually going to be profitable to you. So we'll be going on a time out, and when we come back, we'll tell you more about drug abuse. It's still the overview, and I'm Sunday Nani Rejoice alongside
Tina Peter.
Come by you.
Mama Joy, you see they do like this. You no go change business pattern. Abi you never hear of Glass FM.
Papa Timo, which kind talk be this one? Wetin that one come in safe? And which one be Glass FM?
Glass FM na better online radio station where they help business women like you, business people entirely sell better market. All you need to do now to wire their green on.
Abeg, wait make I carry my phone.
+234 90 311-01001, or you fit call +234-812-8803-452. Once you wire this number wey I mention, you fit make 1 billion like that woman wey dey sell kulikuli.
Oh yeah, make I wire their green now.
Hello. Who is on the line?
Class FM, I need a
Class FM, making a difference.
So we are talking about the effect of drug abuse, and then we made mention of so many, and we need to add some, which is one, you're going to have failure to meet responsibilities, we have health issues, we have risky use, and we have social issues. That means you won't be able to go out to socialize with people, you will just be by yourself at home. So we are talking about drug abuse, which we know is not actually good for the health. And we also talk about the drugs which people abuse mostly, which are marijuana. We have the
we have cocaine
and
tramadol,
heroin, and the rest like that. So Rejoice, we have some additions.
Yes, we have some of the solutions to drug abuse. I should be able to avoid places where you know that drug and alcohol will be available. Let's say you know that if I step out and head towards this direction, alcohol, drugs are there. Just be able to say, okay, I'm not going this place that this drug is, I'm not going to step my feet there, because you find out that once you go there, it's kind of like an addiction. Someone will just say, just take this now. You'll be like, okay, let me just take it for the last time.
You know,
and you find out that
makes you drink.
Yes, and you find out that it keeps on reoccurring. Then you should be able to surround yourselves with friends and people who don't do drugs. Because let's say that place in which you are stepping out to, actually they are taking the drugs there with alcohol. When you go there, find out that you just have to, if they give you, just collect it. But once you surround yourself with people in areas whereby drugs, there are no drugs, there are no alcohol, there are not all these things that you have to take to make yourself feel the other way, then you find out that you have to find a way that you start being abstaining from all those drugs and so on. Then you should be able to also be able to seek counseling and help from people that can be able to help you. Tell them this is this and this is that, this is why I started, and they can be able to proffer solutions to you. They will tell you, okay, this is how you should go about it, this is how you should, these are some of the things that you should do. You should be able to find a way that you can be able to relax without taking those drugs, because some people feel as if, okay, when I take this drug, it's going to be able to make me relax and it's going to help me to achieve some tasks. Like some people take those drugs to be able to make them to be super active. Let's say they are going out to work and they'll just take some pills or drugs that can be able to make them to be extra active in their places of engagement and work.
Yeah, exactly. And for individuals, it can lead to health problems, mental health issues. We have the risky behavior and legal problems. For the society also, substance abuse can increase the cost associated with health problems and lost productivity. So Rejoice, please, do you have any advice on people who are under drug abuse?
You out there that are under that drug abuse, I want to tell you that drug abuse is actually very bad. It's very bad for your health. There are other things that you can be able to do with your life aside that drug that you are taking, because as time goes on, that drug that you are taking, it has a very bad effect in your health. Exactly. And you should be able to know that a drug is not meant to be abused. Drugs are being made to be able to cure from illnesses, so you should just be able to stay out of anything drug abuse. And you should also be able to distract yourself with things, other meaningful things like sports and listening to music, because all those have no harm in your body. You should be able to relax and do other things such as that.
Yes.
And also it has been even proven that about 14.4 million people in Nigeria are abusing drugs. That's actually a very bad number.
Exactly.
So you, as they are abusing that drug, I want to urge you that drug abuse is actually not very good for your health.
And again, don't hesitate to seek for help. whenever you are on drugs, because some people actually they like keeping quiet. They don't want to tell anybody or let them know what they are onto. So you always seek help and open up.
And some of the factors of this drug abuse are actually peer pressure, because you find out that when you are in a circle and you see let's say like about 3 to 4 of your friends are actually abusing that drug, let's say gradually you also want to, let's say, feel among, be like, okay, let me just give it a try today I'll just try it only today. Tomorrow you say, okay, tomorrow I won't do it again, and before you find out that gradually you keep on dipping yourself in and in of it. And also another one is parental guidance, lack of parental guidance. You find out that it's also a slack on the part of the parents, in which they are not able to check who are the people my children associate with. What does my child go out there to do? Let's say when the parent is just being lackadaisical about some things, you find out that the child will just go out without any, then the child will just start diving himself into things that are not right.
Yes, thank you very much for listening to this amazing show which we have for you guys. Right now we'll be calling on our social media handles for you to contact us. Well, we have on Facebook Glass FM, the Instagram we have at Glass FM radio station, the Twitter we have Glass at Glass FM _FM, the email we have glassfm.tv@gmail.com. Then the phone lines to reach us with is +234 81 288 If you can hear that again, I will call it clearly, +234 81 288
Alright, so such an amazing time with you in the studio. Keep it a date with us next week, same time and same station, which is Glass FM radio station. Don't go nowhere. Enjoy the music as it fades up. Still Sunday Namni Rejoice, your host for today with
Peter Tina.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, but you love me anyway. Hey, you love me anyway. What did I do to deserve your love? What did I do to deserve your love? 'Cause nothing I will ever do will make me worthy of you. Maina yi, dakasoni haka. Maina yi, dakasoni haka. Maina yi, dakasoni haka. Abinda ya fi godiya shine zan baka. Abinda ya fi godiya shine zan baka. La 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 Rayuwa ta na baka. Rayuwa ta na baka. Sujada ta na baka. Sujada, yeah. Hada godiya na gode. Hada godiya ni na gode, yeah. Maina yi dakasoni haka. Maina yi dakasoni haka. Maina yi dakasoni haka. Abinda ya fi godiya shine zan baka. Abinda ya fi godiya shine zan baka.